Good morning, everybody. I am B. Sandhya Rani, Department of Chemistry, GDC Mobile. Today we are going to discuss about carbohydrates. First of all, we go to for the introduction of carbohydrates. The substances which supply energy to human body are carbohydrates. Polyhydroxyaldehydes or hydroxyketones or any other compounds which on hydrolysis gives polyhydroxycarbonyl compounds are collectively called as carbohydrates. Carbohydrates belong to an important class of naturally occurring organic compounds which have a great biological and industrial importance. Some common examples of carbohydrates are glucose, sucrose, starch, cellulose, like so many examples we can give. The functions of carbohydrates are the main source of energy for our body, and it is depend on the carbohydrates almost wholly brain cells, and RBC also depend on carbohydrates for source energy of source. Energy production for carbohydrates will be the 4 kilocalories per gram. 1 gram gives the 4 kilocalories from carbohydrates we can get. Storage from of energy is starch and glycogen. We will found in storage like starch and glycogen form. Intermediate on the biosynthesis of other basic biochemical entities are fats and proteins. It also give the heavy number of carbohydrates associated with other entities such as glycosides, vitamins and antibiotics also give uh, carbohydrates. From structural issues in plants and microorganisms like cellulose, lignin, and murin, like some microorganisms also will give the carbohydrates. Participate in biological transport, cell to cell recognition, stimulation of growth of factors, modulation of the immune system. Carbohydrate plays major role. Next, the general molecular formula of carbohydrates is hydrates of carbon, that is C6CxH2OY. The empirical formula of is CxH2OY. These are therefore called as the carbohydrates. In this, generally carbohydrates contain hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio of 2 is to 1. And carbohydrates also is also some extent useful for this naming, but strictly speaking, carbohydrates are not carbohydrates, but the name is retained it. The structure of carboxy carbohydrates are against this. All carbohydrates exhibit optically active. Glyceraldehyde is taken as the mother unit. For example, some compounds like acetic acid, formic acid are like this CxH2OY formula, but they are not belongs to the carbohydrates. So generally this formula is not considered, but the carbohydrates formula is fixed like that. And some carbohydrates are not having this formula, but they belongs to carbohydrates. For example, starch. It doesn't possess the CxH2OY formula, but it belongs to the carbohydrates only. Then generally it is classified as polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones by formula of CxH2O. That is compounds that hydrolyze to yield polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones. That means the compounds of carbohydrates, it contains either aldehyde groups or ketone groups. Then go to the classification of carbohydrates. First of all, we go for the based on hydrolysis. The simple carbohydrates which do not undergo further hydrolysis are called monosaccharides. Glucose and fructose are the best examples. The based on hydrolysis, the carbohydrates are majorly classified into three types. One is monosaccharide, oligosaccharides, and third one is the polysaccharides. Monosaccharides, it doesn't give any other saccharides. For example, this is a simple carbohydrates which do not undergo further hydrolysis are called monosaccharide. Carbohydrates that can't be hydrolyzed to simpler carbohydrates, they are highly soluble and sweet in taste. For example, glucose, fructose, galac- galactose. These are the examples for monosaccharide. It doesn't go further hydrolysis to give any saccharides. That's why it's called monosaccharides. Then another one is oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides that can give 2 to 9 monosaccharides units on hydrolysis. That's why these are called oligosaccharides. And further, these are classified on the basis of number of monosaccharides units which give an hydrolysis are called as. For example, on hydrolysis, it gives two monosaccharide, that is are called disaccharides. For example, sucrose. Sucrose, it gives on hydrolysis glucose and fructose, which have glucose have aldehyde group and fructose have keto group. Then another one is, for example, the oligosaccharide which give on hydrolysis three number of monosaccharides, that is called trisaccharides. For example, raffinose. This is raffinose on hydrolysis gives three monosaccharides like glucose, fructose and galactose. That's why this is called trisaccharide. Like that, this is further classified into on the basis of number of monosaccharide which give an hydrolysis is called oligosaccharides. Then go to the polysaccharides. Polysaccharides, it itself shows the poly means many. On hydrolysis, the carbohydrates which give many number of monosaccharides gives the polysaccharides. That is, our polymeric sugars which yield a large number of monosaccharide units are called polysaccharides. So, example starch, cellulose, both these are on hydrolysis gives a large number of glucose units. These are amorphous and tasteless. These are the two types of homo. This is classified into further two types, that is homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. Homopolysaccharides means homopolysaccharide means, for example, on hydrolysis, the polysaccharide gives same formula of monosaccharides, many number, that is called homopolysaccharide. Otherwise, different groups of monosaccharides will, that is called as the heteropolysaccharides. Then go to the another classification of carbohydrate, that is based on functional group. Already we know that carbohydrates may be polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones. So based on these functional groups, carbohydrates are classified into functional group. Monosaccharides are classified into two types, that is aldose and ketones. First one is aldoses. The monosaccharides containing aldehyde functional group that are called aldoses. For example, glucose, mannose, ribose, arabinose, etc. And ketosis, the monosaccharide which have ketone functional group in their structure, these are called ketoses. That is, example for that is fructose and ribulose and xylose, etc. These are again classified into triose. For example, 3 number of carbon monosaccharide will give triose, 4 number is tetrose. For example, it gives a 5 number of monosaccharide called pentoses, and 6 number of monosaccharide will use hexoses, etc. Like depending upon the number of carbon atoms, carbohydrates that containing 3 or 4 or 5, 6 carbons respectively called as aldohexoses, aldoketopentoses. Like that it is further classified into these type. Next we will show the aldose sugars. Here we see the aldose. A unit of aldose take as a glyceraldehyde is the single unit for a mother unit for carbohydrates. Here we see aldose, it is the aldehyde functional group. For example, N is equal to 1 aldotriose. Here 3 carbon atoms are present in triose. Next tetrose, it contains one functional group of aldehyde carbon and 3 another carbon atoms are present. So here chiral carbons are 2. So N is equal to 2, that is aldotetrose. In aldopentoses contain 5 number of carbon atoms and chiral carbons are N is equal to 3. In aldohexoses, chiral carbons are 4. One is the functional group carbon, another one is the primary alcohol, and the 4 chiral carbons are present in the aldohexose. Total number of carbon atoms are 6. So it is called aldohexoses. Here we see the number of carbon atoms present in the aldotriose. First one is the glyceraldehyde. It contains 3 carbon atoms. This is the mother unit. Here we go for the 4 carbon atom, that is N-erythrose, that is aldotetrose, that is N-threoses. This contains 2 types, 2 examples for aldotetroses. It contains 4 carbon atoms. Then go to the D-erythrose to other one aldopentoses, number of increase of 1 carbon number. Here we see that OH group in present in L-D-ribose is right side. Here another one is D-arabinose is left side. So differences in carbon atom containing OH group present in the left or right side, the name will be changed. Here right side OH is present in pentose, that is called D-ribose, and here left side is present, that is aldehyde adjacent of aldehyde functional group. The next carbon which side will be OH is present, according to that the name will be changed. Here D-xylose contain OH group on right side, D-lysose is contain OH group on left side. These are the examples from aldopentoses. Then go to the aldohexoses. Here so many number of examples are there. Here we see the second carbon, chiral carbon, is different OH groups. One is containing right side OH group and another one is the left side. For example, right side contains is called D-allose and left side one is D-altrose. Same D-ribose is 2 type, we can named as a 2 type according to the OH group present in the side. Which side is present, based on that we can change the name. Here D-arabinose, for example, OH group is right side, it is called as D-glucose, whereas left side D-mannose. Another example is D-xylose. The OH group present right side is called D-glucose, whereas compared to another formula is containing OH group and left side, that is called D-iodose. And another one is D-lysose. The OH group present right side is called D-galactone, otherwise left side is containing as D-talose. These are the examples for aldopentoses. Like that we will classify. Then ketose sugars. For example, the carbohydrates contains ketone group is called ketose sugars. So here the second carbon is the contained keto group in this structure. These are called ketose sugar. For example, here we take an 4 carbon atom ketose. So no chiral carbon are there. And glyceraldehyde, already say it is used as a mother unit, where compared to the 4 carbon atom, here one is the chiral carbon is there, the OH group as the right side, then one chiral carbon is there, and another one, the ketopentoses. Here chiral carbons are two, that is the keto functional group. After keto functional group there are two chiral carbons are there, that is called ketopentoses. In ketohexoses, three hydroxy groups are there, so three chiral carbons are there. Here total number of carbon atoms are 6, so it is called as ketohexose sugars. Here we show that examples same as already we have seen, ketotrioses, dihydroxy acetone, then another one ketotriose example. The OH group, it depends on OH group, it named as different name. For example, D-ribose and D-xylose, these are the ketopentoses, examples for ketopentoses already, and another one is ketohexoses. Depending on presence of OH group and the chiral carbon, we are named a different way, that is N-cisose and N-fructose and D-sucrose and N-D-tagrose, like that we can name as. Then based on reducing nature, the carbohydrates are further classified into two types, that is one is reducing sugars and another one is non-reducing sugars. The carbohydrate which is gives an positive test for tolerance failings and Benedict solution, that is called the reducing sugars, and it act as a reducing sugars, wherein these two reagents, that is called reducing sugars, example for that is glucose, mannose, etc., which doesn't not gives reaction with the tolerance filing and Benedict tests, that is called as non-reducing sugars, example sucrose. Then go to stereoisomerism. We already said that the chiral carbon is there adjacent of the functional group, or called chiral carbon. Due to chiral carbon, the carbohydrate will possess the stereoisomers. Compounds having same structural formula but differing in spatial configuration are known as the stereoisomers. While writing the molecular formula of monosaccharide, the spatial arrangements of hydrogen and OH groups are important. A carbon which have two different groups are called chiral carbon, since they containing asymmetric carbon atoms. So asymmetric carbon is called as like that. Asymmetric carbon means that the four different groups are attached to the same carbon number. The reference molecule is called as the asymmetric carbon. For example, already we have said that glyceraldehyde is the mother unit for carbohydrates. So we have taken in as a reference molecule as glyceraldehyde, which has a single asymmetric carbon in atom. Here we see the functional group is aldehyde, that is situated in first carbon. The second carbon contains hydrogen and OH. We are taken is either here as a mother unit glyceraldehyde. The OH group is present and left side is called L isomer. Then OH group present on right side is called as a D isomer. For example, dihydroxyacetone. The number of possible stereoisomers depends on the number of asymmetric carbon atoms by the formula 2n, where n is the number of asymmetric carbon atoms. For example, n is equal to 1, then the isomers, the asymmetric carbon will be 1, so it gives 2 number of stereoisomers. For example, n is equal to 3, it gives 2 into 2 into 2, 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 2, 8. So it gives 8 stereoisomers. Like that we can calculate the stereoisomers according to the asymmetric carbon, that is a formula of 2 to the power n, where n is the asymmetric carbon. Then here we see that in D-erythros, OH groups are two right side. So it is called as D-erythros. When compared to the L-erythros, here OH groups are left side. So the position of OH group, which side is present, according to that, for example, OH group is situated at left side, it is called L compound. Otherwise, the right side is present, it is called as D erythros, or it is D glucose, like that. Here, OH group is according to the D trios, and here the OH group is right side. So aldehyde, functional group aldehyde is so according to that position of hydroxy group present in after adjacent of aldehyde group, we can call as left side OH group present, it is called L erythros. Right side is there, D erythros. And also it is called as plus or minus glucose, it is an aldohexoses. Emil Fischer in 1902, he has said that it has four chiral centers, that is 2 to the power 4. So we can found that 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, that is 6 stereoisomers we can find. So the D glucose have 4 chiral carbons, so that's why we will found that 16 stereoisomers in glucose structure. Here we see allos. OH groups are same side, either right side or left side. Like that we can classify. Here 4 chiral carbons are there. Glucose, preparation of glucose. Glucose occurs freely in nature as well as in the combination form. It is present in sweet fruits and honey, and ripe grapes also contain glucose in a large amount of it, large amount. So that's why it is called cane sugar, and grape sugar also we can call this one glucose. So it is prepared as follows. Preparation method is a large number of glucose will prepared like this. From sucrose, that is cane sugar. If sucrose is boiled with dilute HCl or H2SO4 in alcoholic solution, glucose and fructose are obtained in equal amount. That is, the sucrose is hydrolysis on sucrose in acidic media, we can find glucose and fructose in same number. Then second one, industrially this is useful many ways. From starch, commercially glucose is obtained by hydrolysis of starch by boiling it with dilute sulfuric acid at 393 degrees Kelvin under pressure, we can get glucose. And lastly we will discuss on physical properties of glucose. Glucose is colorless, crystalline, solid with melting point of 146 degrees. Second one is it is very soluble in water, sparingly soluble in alcohol, and insoluble in ether, because it is not organic, it is a polar, that's why it doesn't soluble in ether. It is sparingly soluble in water. Then third one is natural glucose exhibits optical activity because it contains a chiral carbon. That's why it is exhibits optical activity. Its solution is dextrorotatory. Then for this we conclude today's discussion. Tomorrow we will continue. Thank you.